5 important phrases you shouldn't forget when talking about wellness and emotions.
There is no pain you are receiving. The distant ship smoke on the horizon.
Hello, and welcome back to English in Tune, the channel where we make English fun, relatable, and unforgettable, especially through magic of music. Honestly, I've been thinking about how hard it can be to put our feelings into words sometimes. Like, have you ever felt something so deeply but just couldn't explain it? Today, we're diving into 5 powerful phrases that will help you to talk about your wellness and emotions in English. And trust me, these are phrases you don't want to forget. These phrases aren't just random, they're inspired by one of the most iconic songs of all time, Pink Floyd's Comfortably Numb. Don't worry if you don't know the song. You can always check out our last episode where Masoud gives a full cover of Comfortably Numb. But today, we're keeping it practical. These 5 phrases are essential for describing how you feel in everyday conversations. Whether you're feeling sick, nostalgic, or even emotionally detached, these expressions will come in handy.
When I was a child, I caught a fleeting glimpse. I know the corner of my eye.
I caught a fleeting glimpse. First up, we have the phrase, I caught a fleeting glimpse. What does this mean? Well, imagine you're walking down the street and out of the corner of your eye, you see something really quickly, like just for a second. That's a fleeting glimpse. It means seeing something briefly before it disappears. The word fleeting means something happens very quickly or doesn't last long. For example, I caught a fleeting glimpse of a shooting star last night. It was so beautiful. Or, as the train passed, I caught a fleeting glimpse of someone waving goodbye. And here is a fun fact. This phrase is often used when talking about memories or moments that pass quickly. Think of it as a snapshot, a quick picture in time. Now let's listen to how this phrase sounds in the song. Do you hear how calm yet mysterious it feels? An additional phrase here, a quick look. Similar to a fleeting glimpse, this phrase describes seeing something briefly. For example, I took a quick look at the menu before ordering.
Just a little Bambino. You may feel a little sick.
Or you may feel a little sick. It means you might not feel well. Maybe you feel a bit ill or uncomfortable. Look at these everyday examples. I feel a little sick after eating too much cake. She felt a little sick before the exam. He looked pale and said he was feeling a little sick. When someone says you may feel a little sick, they're warning you that something might make you feeling nauseous or unwell. Maybe after eating too much candy or riding a roller coaster, you'd say, wow, I feel a little sick now. So look at other ways to say it. I'm coming down with something. It means I think I'm getting sick. If you're coming down with something, you should drink lots of water. This phrase is very useful when you feel the first signs of illness and want to let someone know. It's a common natural way to talk about the feeling unwell. Not feeling myself, used when you're physically or emotionally off. So lately, I haven't been feeling myself. I'm tired all the time.
I have become comfortably numb.
Now, this is probably the most famous phrase from the song. I've become comfortably numb. It sounds like someone has stopped feeling strong emotions. They kind of detached or zoned out. But at the same time, they're comfortable with it. Being numb means losing sensation or emotion. Adding comfortably makes it sound the person isn't fighting it, they've accepted it. Here are some real life examples. After working non-stop for hours, I became comfortably numb to the noise around me. Or during a meeting, Sarah felt comfortably numb. She wasn't stressed anymore, but she also wasn't excited. Interesting, right? Sometimes people use this phrase humorously, like when they binge watch TV shows and zone out completely. Binge watch TV shows means watching multiple episodes or even entire seasons of TV series on one sitting or over a short period of time. Usually much more than you originally planned. I binge watched all 10 episodes of that new series last weekend. I couldn't stop. Additional phrases: zoned out, feeling mentally disconnected or distracted. For example, during the math class, I totally zoned out. On autopilot, doing things without thinking, almost like you're numb.
And I've got the feeling once again. I can't explain, you would not understand. This is not how I am.
Now I've got that feeling once again is super relatable. It's like deja vu. You felt something before and suddenly it comes back. Maybe it's happiness, sadness, excitement, or even that weird mix of emotions you get during big moments. The key part of this phrase is once again, which means the feeling is returning. Look at these examples. Every time I visit my hometown, I've got that nostalgic feeling once again. And guess what? You can use this phrase for positive and negative feelings. For instance, whenever I heard that song, I've got that happy feeling once again. Or when I saw the test result, I got that nervous feeling once again. Additional phrases: deja vu, the creepy feeling that you've experienced something before. Walking into that cafe gave me deja vu. I'm sure I've been here in a dream.
When I was a child, I had a fever.
When I was a child, I had a fever. Finally, we have when I was a child, I had a fever. At first glance, this seems simple. It's literally about having high temperature when you're sick. But there's more to it. Sometimes fever is used metaphorically to describe intense passion or excitement. For example, she has a fever for adventure. She travels everywhere. He's got a fever for football. He watches every game. But in this case, it's probably literal. Maybe the singer remembers being sick as a kid and how it shaped their perspective later in life. Here are some practical uses. When I was younger, I had a fever and missed school for weeks. Or my son had a fever last night, so we took him to the doctor. By the way, did you know that fever is actually your body's way of fighting infections? Here are some alternative phrases and expressions. I was running high temperature. This is a common way to describe having a fever, emphasizing elevated body temperature. My body was burning up. The vivid descriptive phrase often used to express how fever feels physically. Last night, my body was burning up. I couldn't sleep at all. Alright, friends, that's it for today's episode of English in 10. Let's take a quick moment to recap what we've learned. We started with exploring 5 powerful phrases inspired by Pink Floyd's Comfortably Numb. I caught a fleeting glimpse, but you may feel a little sick. I've become comfortably numb. Now I've got that feeling once again. When I was a child, I had a fever. Aligned the way we broke each phrase down to everyday English, gave you examples, and even shared some fun alternatives like I was running high temperature or I've hit autopilot mode. These aren't just random lines. They're tools you can use in real life. For example, next time you're binge watching your favorite show and zoning out, you can say, I've become comfortably numb. Share a personal story. Have you ever felt comfortably numb? Caught a fleeting glimpse or had a fever that made you feel like your body was on fire? Leave your answers in the comments below. Make sure to check out the last episode where Masoud gives a full cover of Comfortably Numb. It's not to be missed. So while you're at it, subscribe to our channel. Hit the notification bell so you never miss an episode. We bring you new lessons, fun tips, and great tools to master your English through music. Thank you so much for tuning in today. Whether you're learning English for work, travel, or just for fun, remember this: language is all about connection. So keep practicing, stay curious, and most importantly, enjoy the journey. See you next time.